Have you ever poured your heart into someone, giving everything, your time, your loyalty, your soul, only to feel invisible when they walked away? It's a pain that cuts deeper than rejection, a wound that lingers long after the tears dry. It's the sinking realization that the love you gave, the love you thought was eternal, wasn't what you believed it to be. I know that feeling. Years ago, I stayed up nights, replaying moments, wondering why my sacrifices for someone I loved left me empty, questioning my worth. My heart was heavy, my mind a maze of confusion. If you've ever felt betrayed by love, like the ground beneath your dreams crumbled, you're not alone. Countless men carry this silent ache, searching for answers. That's when I stumbled across Arthur Schopenhauer, a philosopher who dared to speak truths most avoid. Known for his unflinching clarity, Schopenhauer saw through the illusions of romantic love, exposing a reality that's both painful and liberating. He said something radical. Women don't love the way men do. It's not their fault, but it's breaking you. This isn't about blame. It's about seeing clearly, about understanding why your devotion often leads to heartbreak. Schopenhauer's words hit me like a thunderbolt, shattering the stories I'd been told about love since childhood. So why do men suffer in love? And how can you break free from this cycle of pain? That's the question we're diving into today. By the end of this video, you'll see romantic love for what it is. Not a fairy tale, but a system with rules you can learn. More importantly, you'll discover how to choose yourself, reclaim your dignity, and find freedom. Schopenhauer's way. This isn't just philosophy, it's a roadmap to stop suffering and start living on your terms. Stick around and share your story in the comments. When did love leave you questioning everything? Let's uncover the truth together. Have you ever poured your heart into someone, giving everything, your time, your loyalty, your soul, only to feel invisible when they walked away? It's a pain that cuts deeper than rejection, a wound that lingers long after the tears dry. It's the sinking realization that the love you gave, the love you thought was eternal, wasn't what you believed it to be. I know that feeling. Years ago, I stayed up nights, replaying moments, wondering why my sacrifices for someone I loved left me empty, questioning my worth. My heart was heavy, my mind a maze of confusion. If you've ever felt betrayed by love, like the ground beneath your dreams crumbled, you're not alone. Countless men carry this silent ache, searching for answers. That's when I stumbled across Arthur Schopenhauer, a philosopher who dared to speak truths most avoid. Known for his unflinching clarity, Schopenhauer saw through the illusions of romantic love, exposing a reality that's both painful and liberating. He said something radical. Women don't love the way men do. It's not their fault, but it's breaking you. This isn't about blame. It's about seeing clearly, about understanding why your devotion often leads to heartbreak. Schopenhauer's words hit me like a thunderbolt, shattering the stories I'd been told about love since childhood. So, why do men suffer in love? And how can you break free from this cycle of pain? That's the question we're diving into today. By the end of this video, you'll see romantic love for what it is. Not a fairy tale, but a system with rules you can learn. More importantly, you'll discover how to choose yourself, reclaim your dignity, and find freedom. Schopenhauer's way. This isn't just philosophy, it's a roadmap to stop suffering and start living on your terms. Stick around and share your story in the comments. When did love leave you questioning everything? Let's uncover the truth together. Schopenhauer didn't mince words when it came to love. He saw it not as a sacred bond or a meeting of souls, but as a cold, calculated strategy of nature. Romantic love, he argued, is a trick, a biological mechanism to ensure the survival of the species, not your personal happiness. While you're caught up in visions of eternal devotion, nature is playing a different game, one where men and women follow separate scripts. For men, love feels like a quest for transcendence, a chance to find meaning in another. But for women, love is a means, not an end, a tool for selecting the best partner to meet their needs. Let's break this down. Women's instincts, Schopenhauer said, are wired for survival. They prioritize qualities like status, security, protection, or provision. Not out of malice, but because evolution demands it. Love for her isn't a destination, it's an instrument. While you're writing poetry about her soul, she's unconsciously evaluating whether you fit her current needs. It's like a radar scanning for the best signal. And when a stronger one appears, someone with more resources, charisma, or stability, her instincts shift. This isn't betrayal in the way you think. It's evolution at work, a biological adaptation that operates before her heart even catches up. Her body knows before her mind does. Think of Neo in The Matrix, trapped in a system he didn't understand, believing it was real until the truth set him free. Romantic love is that system for men. You're taught to give everything, to see her as your purpose. But Schopenhauer saw through the code. What you call eternal love, she might see as temporary utility. I learned this the hard way. I once thought my unwavering loyalty would make a relationship last, but when she left, I realized I'd been pouring my soul into someone who only needed me for a season. It wasn't her fault. It was my blindness to the rules of the game. Men suffer because we project our ideals onto her, expecting purity to be reciprocated. We dream of a love that defies time, but she responds to function, not fantasy. When you stop being useful, emotionally, socially, or economically, you stop being chosen. That sudden coldness, that disconnection you can't explain, isn't personal. It's her instincts moving on, like a river changing course. Schopenhauer didn't say this to breed resentment. He said it to wake us up. He wanted men to see clearly, to stop suffering for a lie they were sold since childhood. The lie that if you love deeply enough, you'll be loved in return. Clarity is the first step to freedom. When you see love as a biological game, not a fairy tale, the pain starts to make sense. You're not failing as a man. You're playing by rules that don't exist. The question now is, how do you break free? How do you stop the cycle of giving everything only to lose yourself? Schopenhauer's answer isn't to shut off love or become cynical. It's to choose yourself, to build a life where your worth doesn't depend on her choice. That's where the real power lies. And it starts with practical steps you can take today. Let's explore how to reclaim your dignity and live on your terms. Breaking free from the cycle of suffering starts with a single radical choice: choosing yourself. Schopenhauer didn't just expose the illusion of romantic love. He gave us a path to freedom through clarity and self-respect. You don't need to hate women or swear off love. You need to see the game for what it is and decide to play by your own rules. This isn't about building walls. It's about building a foundation so strong that no rejection can shake it. Here are 4 practical steps to stop idealizing love and start living with dignity, inspired by Schopenhauer's wisdom. Step 1. Face the illusion. The first step is to confront the story you've been telling yourself. Take a moment to reflect on your pain. Grab a journal and write about a time you gave too much in love. Ask yourself, was I loving her or an idea of her? When I journaled about my own heartbreak, I realized I wasn't mourning a person. I was mourning a fantasy I'd built around her. Schopenhauer taught us that clarity comes from seeing the illusion, not fighting it. This isn't easy. It's like staring into a mirror and seeing your own mistakes. But that honesty is where healing begins. Try it this week. Spend 10 minutes writing about a love that hurt you. Don't censor yourself. Just let the truth flow. Step 2. Set boundaries. Love doesn't mean giving until you're empty. Schopenhauer warned that unconditional giving often leads to self-abandonment, and that's when you lose your power. Practice saying no to relationships or situations that demand your dignity. If someone only values you when you're useful, walk away. I learned this when I stopped chasing a woman who only called when she needed something. It hurt to let go, but the moment I said no, I felt a weight lift. You're not a shelter for someone else's storm. You're the architect of your own foundation. Start small. This week, say no to one thing that feels like it's draining your worth. Notice how it feels to prioritize yourself. Step 3. Choose yourself. Your worth isn't in being chosen by her. It's in choosing yourself every day. Invest in your purpose, whether it's a hobby, a career goal, or personal growth. Schopenhauer's Essays and Aphorisms is a great place to start. Its clarity will ground you. I found freedom when I picked up writing again, something I'd abandoned for a relationship. It wasn't just a hobby, it was a reclaiming of my identity. Think of Santiago in The Alchemist, who found his treasure not in a person, but in his own journey. What's one thing you've always wanted to do? Take a step toward it today. Sign up for a class, start a project, or read a book that lights you up. That's you choosing yourself. Step 4. Be selective. Love isn't about giving blindly. It's about sharing your energy with those who respect your worth. Schopenhauer urged men to stop idolizing and start choosing wisely. You're not a victim of biology. You're a man with the power to decide who deserves your time. This means loving without losing yourself, staying open but not desperate. I once met a guy who rebuilt his life after a breakup by focusing on friends and mentors who valued him. He didn't close his heart, he just stopped wasting it. Be selective, not from arrogance, but from self-respect. Ask yourself, does this person honor who I am? If not, keep walking. These steps aren't a quick fix, they're a lifelong practice. But every time you journal, say no, pursue your purpose, or choose wisely, you're breaking the cycle of suffering. You're not just healing, you're becoming unstoppable. Schopenhauer's truth isn't about giving up on love, it's about loving from a place of strength, not need. You're not defined by her choice, you're defined by yours. So try one of these steps this week. Maybe journal about an illusion you're letting go. Say no to something that dims your worth, or take a step toward a passion. Share your first step in the comments. I want to hear how you're choosing yourself. Let's build that freedom together. We've traveled a tough road today, but it's one worth taking. Schopenhauer's harsh truth has shown us why men suffer in love. We idealize pouring our souls into a story that doesn't match reality. Women follow instincts, not our dreams, prioritizing security and survival over the eternal love we imagine. And that's okay. It's not their fault, and it's not yours. Your pain isn't a failure. It's a sign to stop building castles for someone else's temporary shelter. It's a call to see clearly, to break free from the illusions that keep you trapped. Schopenhauer didn't want you to hate love or close your heart. He wanted you to love yourself first, to live with dignity and purpose. You're not a slave to her image. You're the architect of your own freedom. Every time you choose yourself, through a journal entry, a firm no, or a step toward your dreams, you're reclaiming your power. You're rewriting the story, not as a man who begs to be chosen, but as one who chooses himself every day. And here's the beautiful part. When you choose yourself, you don't just change your life, you inspire others. Your friends, your brothers, even strangers watching this video will see your strength and question their own illusions. Imagine a world where men live for their own purpose, not someone else's approval. That's the ripple effect of Schopenhauer's truth, and it starts with you. You're not alone in this journey. Thousands of men are waking up, seeing love for what it is, and building lives of clarity and self-respect. So, start today. Take one step from what we've shared. Journal about an illusion you're letting go, say no to something that dims your worth, or pursue a passion that lights you up. Share your story in the comments. What's one moment you chose yourself? Your words might be the spark someone else needs. If you want to dive deeper, check out Schopenhauer's Essays and Aphorisms. There's a link in the description. It's a guide to living with unflinching clarity. Thank you for joining me on this journey. You're not just a viewer, you're part of a community choosing truth over illusion. Subscribe for more videos to awaken your clarity and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Choose yourself today, and let's build a freer future together. I'll see you in the comments.